Speaking of walls, you've been an outspoken critic of the Israeli separation barrier, of Israel's policy towards the Palestinians, and you've encouraged other artists to boycott Israel. What's this deal about the 92Y? You were going to give a speech at 92Y, which is an institution here in New York City, and then they cancelled?
Yeah, but just before we scoot over the other business, I am considering my position. You probably, or you may not have noticed, that the letter, you know, asking my fellow musicians to boycott Israel has never appeared. It's not, I am thinking all of this through extremely carefully, and I'm thinking it all through extremely carefully because I care more about the outcome, because I care about the people involved, than I do about the moment. So, you know, I'm being very, very careful to avoid some kind of dramatic moment that could very easily blow up and mean that I would, in the long term, have less effect on the outcome.
What are the pros and cons that you're weighing there?
Well, I'm trying to think strategically. Have you seen The Gatekeepers yet?
Yes, amazing film.
Well, all of those guys from Shin Bet, that's the point that they make, by and large, is that they...
Just to explain to people, this is a documentary film that's it's an Israeli documentary film. It's the first time that all of the heads of the Secret Service there in the Palestinian-occupied territories have sat down and been interviewed. And they all speak with one voice, essentially, saying that the occupation is a mistake.
Funnily enough, I've got something written down about this in my pocket, but it's more about why I bother to get involved in these things. It's about my father and my grandfather and whatever. But it ends up with exactly that notion, which all those 6 leaders, ex-leaders of Shin Bet, agree with, and that is that the occupation and the settlement building is an impregnable obstacle to peace. There can never be peace unless the occupation ends and the settlement building ends as well. And they all agree on that. And so all those 6 guys agreed that they based all their actions on tactics, not strategy. So that one guy at the end very interestingly says, we may have won every battle, but we've lost the war. And it's sort of quite touching in a strange way, because what is the end that everybody is looking for? You know, assuming you're not ultra right-wing religious sort of fanatic who thinks that Israel should extend from Turkey to, you know,
Pakistan,
to Mali. yeah, exactly. But assuming that you're rational and that you know, and that you care about other human beings and things. The goal, strategically, should be a solution of the Palestinian refugee problem, an end to the occupation, security, and you know, and the right to lead a decent life for all the citizens of Israel, both the Jewish citizens and the Palestinian citizens, of which there are 20%. So that's the goal that those of us who actually care about people are attempting to encourage.